Hey, Shalom Markins, Rakam from Jim Islamic, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Chadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole world that pushing his truth with all sincerity. Back again with another video, and this was posted up in the chat, right? Here in the UK, we got the Chancellor Rachel Reeves, who's supposed to be the the money manager of the UK economy, and it's funny, man. Right, and it's a statement here from UK Fact Check Politics, right? And it says Chancellor Rachel Reeves is said to be feeling very depressed and sad as it is claimed that she can't see a way out of the bleak economic outlook, right? And call halal yabashim yabashai, right? Bashim Kadash, because this is what we've been trying to tell you this whole time. There is no return to greatness. There's no turning around the ship. There's no making America or Britain great again, and all this, all this talk, right? Your future is bleak. Everything about your future is bleak, right? And everyone's fighting inevitability. Like Mister um who was the agent Smith, yeah. Inevitability, right? It's inevitable what's going to happen to this place, right? This place is being destroyed. No matter how much of false hope gets pumped into this world by these politicians and these celebrities or whoever you look up to in this world, or you believe their words or whatever, whoever it is, right? None of that is going to change what is happening to this world, this wicked ass world that we live in, right? Wickedness is going to be destroyed, right? This kingdom is going to be destroyed, right? But it's just funny when you hear these kinds of quotes, right? Because these people are meant to be the ones managing society, these Edomites, right? And the man are saying, oh, they're depressed and sad, right? Because of what they see in front of them, basically, right? And we know this is all just theater, she's not depressed and she ain't sad, right? Because these elites, they've been told to by these elites to bring down economies and oppress the people and all these kinds of things here, right? These are not coincidences, right? They're going to oppress people more because, speaking like this, it's telling you, look, man, we're gonna head into a recession. That means the price of everything's going to go up. That means the poor and, more people are going to be made poor because of this, because there's no growth, right? And so, it says that it's claimed that she can't see a way out of the bleak economic outlook, right? There's no way out. There's no way out, But it's just to let you know that, yeah, things are about to come to an end, essentially, right? The world as you know it, right? This is why they're all trying to bring in this new system. It's not coincidence, man. It's all part of the plan for them, and ultimately for the Heavenly Father, right? But this is from Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. Actually, I might just stop from the top, right? It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, right? And we're heading into those evil times, okay? So know the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon of the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, okay? When the judgment comes and blots out the light from all these sources, right? The nuclear destruction, right? So in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The keepers of the house, the managers, the owners, right? The managers, the CEOs, whoever, right? Beginning with these elites, right? The keepers of the house shall tremble. What's she doing? She depressed and sad, right? And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. The grinders are the workers, right? Cease because they are few, right? So what happens when your economy tanks and it goes into recession? People lose work, people lose jobs, companies go bust. Yeah, there's great, they call it a Great Depression, right? When it gets that bad, man, are depressed because man are out of work and can't afford shit. Man are losing their homes. Like I said, the jobs, their homes, their livelihoods, their minds, right? Their lives. Because some man, delete themselves over crazy shit like that, right? Because they can't cope with the strain and the pressure, right? So they're all terrible times for people to go through, right? And in this, obviously in this time, the grinding shall cease, the work shall cease, and that's something that's being phased out anyway. They don't want people working anymore anyway, right? They want to replace you with bots and AIs and all these types of things anyway. So you're being pushed out into government help anyway, right? They want you on a universal basic income. They want you, to sign up on the job seekers and what they used to call a dole, right? But it's going to be the universal basic income. You have to sign up for that and give all your details, right? And this all plays into the MLTB system, which they want you under, right? So they're looking to destroy your productivity, your ability to make money for yourselves. So they're taking away your jobs and destroying the economy. All right. So yeah, and the grinders cease because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, right? So they can't see out. She can't see a way out. She can't see out, right, of the bleak economic outlook because it's dark. It's dark. He can't see out. It's too dark out there. They're looking, all these speculators are looking like, oh, how things are gonna be, but they can't. They can't really see it, right? Now these elites, they got plans, obviously, but these other people that are less informed, right? They're trying to figure things out. How they're gonna turn the ship around. How things can be made right again. But they just don't really have any answers, man. Everyone's cautious and skeptical, and they don't know. But we do. We know exactly where this place is heading. There ain't gonna be no turnaround. Okay, this place is going on a one way trip to hell, blood. Right, one-way trip to hell. Nineveh style. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be taken from their lofty position and brought down to the ground into hell, to the bottom, to the wasteness, to nothingness. Right? These places are gonna be destroyed. All right, and that's the fate of such a kingdom, of such a wicked kingdom, as has happened to all kingdoms that came before this one. Right, so everyone should know. It shouldn't be no surprise or shock or anything, man. But people always have this idea or this hope that this kingdom, their kingdom's gonna go on forever. The houses shall continue forever, right? That's what they believe. That's what they think. But it can't be. All right, so they're trying to see what's gonna happen, in the future or whatever, and they can't see shit. Right? It looks dark. It's like we can't see, but it's just judgment's coming. Right? And that shit, this something she says here. She admits, right? She's feeling very depressed and sad, and it's claimed that she can't see a way out of the bleak economic outlook. She got no answers. She can't foresee a way to navigate out of this situation. Good, that's what we like to hear. but but yeah, there's no way out of this. So yeah, bad times ahead. Okay, which is only good news for us. This is Proverbs 29 verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, right, and the wicked are in rule right now, these Edomites are the wicked, right, and the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? These are them, right? And it says that when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. There's great mourning coming. There's great mourning now already, right? But more people are going to be mourning, and greater mourning to be done is coming. As I say, the future's dark. Remember that advert, the orange, remember the old phone network Orange? The future's bright. The future's orange. Where's Orange now? where's Orange? They probably got eaten up by some other company. I don't even know who or where they disappeared to. But yeah, they're not around like that anymore. So some other companies probably bought them up, and the brand's gone. I don't know, but yeah, the future's not bright. All right, future's dark. Right, because nothing but judgment is coming upon this place, right? So yeah, the people are not going to be in good stead. They'll be in a bad situation, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, right? And this is beginning with America, Babylon the Great, daughter of Babylon, right? That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. if so be she may be healed, right? So we always hear all this rhetoric about making, America great again, making Britain great again, and trying to restore it, to health, back to its glory days or whatever, man. But it just seems like no one's able to do it. It's funny that, right? It's because no one's meant to do it. It's not meant to happen, right? Like I said, these elites and these puppets, these politicians or whatever, they're not here to help, to turn things around. They're here to sell that to you, but they're not here to they're here to destroy. They're here to destroy society as you know it, you know. And like I said, build this new system, this new world agenda, this order, right? That's what they're looking to build, but they have to break down the current, the present system, right? They're not here to change and turn things around and heal Babylon. They're not here for that, right? Or their version of healing is basically tearing down this one and setting up the new one. But it's not going to be great. It's not going to be glory, full of glory for people and to enjoy. That idea is like they're doing it for the people, bro. They're against the people. This is for them, and they're going to enslave you and just treat you like like animals, beasts. All right. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, right? It can't be healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for a judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. All right? So Babylon can't be healed, right? That's why there's no answers. Okay? None of these people got the answers to do anything. All right? The Lord is setting it in a particular direction, and it ain't, the course ain't changing. All right? This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. Right? This is what we're telling you, right? A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, who may quench it? The men are trying to fight them fires in California right now. It's difficult, right? Hard to do. Right? But when the Lord brings, the final judgment upon America, man, they ain't, well, there's going to be too much fire. Too much fire and not enough people. Not enough water, right? It can't be fought. You can't quench it, right? When the fires of America do eventually die down, it's going to die down of itself. It ain't nobody going to be able to quench that fire. All right? So fire is sent among you, who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right? You can't drive away these things, right? They're gonna go when it's time to go, when the Most High, decides when it's time. That's it. May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it have begun to burn. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right? So you can't change your fortunes and change your future or your destiny. I control my own destiny. There's none of that going on here. The Most High is in control, right? And the Most High has judged this place, all right? And so it's being dissolved, okay? It's being broken down. So how could it possibly be healed when the Most High wants to dissolve it? All those acts towards trying to rebuild and heal it is futile. A waste of time. It's vanity. The Most High is ruled against this place, right? And it says, fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? All right, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea riseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, right? So basically his word is, it doesn't return unto him void. Okay, it completes that which he desires, right? And so there's nothing that can be done. All right, so behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth, right? They're not going to, the plagues are not going to come off this place until it's time, until it's fulfilled its purpose. Right? And like I said, the Most High intends to destroy this world these kingdoms, their societies, right? And so it's not going to stop. You're going to continue in this direction, okay, until you're destroyed. All right. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, till it's raised to the ground, right? Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Right? Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Right? That's what we're approaching this place right now. People think it hard, especially here in the West, they think it hard for them type of situations to occur here in the West. Right? But it's happened before, and it'll happen again. Right? We're not so far from having famines and stuff like that. And so, what it takes is that push in it, right? That push over the edge, and it will bring us into that time of famine and great death, right? And that's what we're waiting upon. The beginning of wars. War is always on the horizon. So anytime that breaks out into a major conflict, that's going to be a problem for the earth, right? And the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all those things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges, right? So, despite all these things going on, it's not like you're going to make the change, right, to make things right, because you ain't going to get right. You ain't going to be right. And so you're going to be continuously punished for your wickedness, right? Because the answer to all these problems is you, the people, right? And your leaders, right? If everyone was to do righteousness right now, tomorrow or whatever, things would turn for the better, right? But that's just not going to be the case, right? Because you people ain't been set up to do right. Like you were set up to be the wicked, all right? So this world this kingdom is going to continue going in the direction that it's going in, right, until it's destroyed. All right. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good stead, or in good case, right? And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. So again, in this time we're currently living in, things are getting tight for people in terms of being able to afford things, but for relatively, like for the most part, people can go get what they need and whatever, right? The government, will support you to, little bits and pieces here or whatever, right? So you can get certain things. It might not be a lot, but you can get certain things, right? But it's going to come a point in time where those things are going to be unattainable for either, or a couple of reasons at least, right? Either it's inaccessible, i.e., not available, out of stock type thing. You can't get there isn't any. It's run out, right? Or you can't afford it, right? Because it's so expensive. All right, which leads me here to Revelation 6 verse 5, which I'm going to close on, right? Because that dark economic outlook, bleak economic outlook is recession, right? And we had a little bit of taste, during the pandemic, with the inflation and the prices going up and that kind of stuff, man. But like we said, it's not finished. It's not over. You think it's over? You think it's all over? It's not over, right? This is like a breathing space, like the scripture speaks about the pains of a woman in travail, right, giving birth, right? Them contractions, they come harder and faster, but there's gaps. There's gaps in between, right? So like you're like you had the contraction, or you felt a bit of that contraction during the pandemic era time, and now it's eased up a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, thank God. Whew. Yeah, but you're not thinking about the next contraction. The next one's gonna be harder. It's gonna hurt more. It's like, and then it's like, shit, fuck. All the expletives come out, because you see, women be like in pregnancy, right? All the expletives come out, man, because it's unbearable, right? It's painful shit, right? I can tell by the expression on their face. But that's another thing. Like, you could tell by the expression on people's faces, man. This is not a good time for people, man. Oh, I said for us. We're the only ones seem to be enjoying it to some degree. But we see the expression on people's faces, man, and they're not having a good time, man. They're not having a good time at it, man. All right, but this, like I said, that's a comparison to that. And so right now we're in a point in time where things, it's okay, but things are not great, and the future, the next time is going to be more painful. It's not over. Okay, like they say, you're not out of the woods yet. You ain't ever gonna get out of the woods, right? You're gonna get burnt down in the woods. All right, so yeah, these things are gonna be a constant problem, right? Going forward, it's always gonna be a problem. Become a greater problem going forward, right? So prepare for worse, right? So coming here into Revelation chapter 6 verse 5, it says this is pursuant to the black horse, right? It's part of prophecy, right? And it says here, and he opened the third seal. So, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, right? And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine," right? So basically, what this outlines is things becoming super expensive, right? Like a day's wages is only gonna get you like a small amount of food that can last you a day, right? And so that means you're gonna be scraping by. You are gonna be budgeting like you've never budgeted in your life, right? And we make this comparison because when you go into the scripture, you go into these things and what they mean. We make the comparison of like having a loaf of bread, and that's all you can afford. That your day's wages can afford you a loaf of bread, and you gotta share that loaf of bread with you and your family. Because that bread was a day's worth of money for you. So you might be able to buy a few things. You get paid weekly, monthly, wherever it is, however you get paid. So you might be able to feed a few things, but you ain't gonna be able to afford many things, and so you're gonna be hungry, bro. Let's be real about it. Them few things isn't gonna last, or you're not gonna be able to be satiated by, budgeting that food, right, between you and your family, whatever. You're gonna be hungry, right? So you're gonna be starving and shit, malnutrition or whatever, right? It's not gonna be a pleasant time for people, and for those that can't even afford that, they're gonna die. Obviously, they're gonna die of famine, you know, because it's not normal for like a loaf of bread to cost like £100 or something. It's not normal. Like who in the right mind, if you went to a shop now and saw the bread was £100, who in the right mind would buy it? No, but you like f that bread. I don't need that bread. I'm gonna buy it. I'll buy something else. But like when bread and rice and whatever, all these things that people buy, that's what they were buying during the pandemic, right? They're buying it in bulk and shit. Like when that shit becomes super expensive, like you're like, rah, like I can't afford this, right? And so you have to be at least earning £100 to buy it in the first place, and a lot of people not earning that or don't earn that, right? So how are you gonna afford that bread, bro? And bread is like it's gonna be like bread is like one of the cheapest things you can buy. Not the cheapest, but it's one of the cheapest things you can buy. Might be going trying to find them as the baked beans and that for like 10, 14p. It's pretty more expensive than that now, to be honest. It used to be like 14p or some shit. But like, yeah, trying to find the cheapest thing you can get, but the cheapest thing you can buy or find, if you can, that's to say, if you can even find these things, because it's not even just a case of not being able to afford them, but some things you have to get, period. Like I said, we saw that during the pandemic, like things weren't being stocked. Because the fact that things are become more expensive affects everybody. Them shipping containers and that, they were going up crazy prices, and bare people was complaining and crying about how expensive it was to ship things abroad and shit. And it's like, well, it comes to the point where it's not productive, profitable, and so they just don't. So then, where you gonna get this from? The fuel, the petrol. Why are they gonna send that trucks? And this is why, the talks, back then during the pandemic was like, oh yeah, the army were gonna do this and do that, and because for businesses it's not profitable to do it, so they just stop in it business, you know. But anyway, yeah. So it's gonna get to that point. That's the bleak future that awaits. Where you can't afford and you can't get products and you can't afford things and to survive on, and there's gonna be great violence in the world, right? So that's the bleak outlook, that she can't see herself or see a way out of. Basically that's what it is. That's where it's gonna lead to. But we, the men of the Lord, we already had the game. We already know. We already know what's gonna happen, and we ain't trying to help you find a way out. We're just gonna sit back and watch you flail around. Losing your marbles and shit. But I'm gonna end it there anyway. Lord, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.